Hello. I changed. There we go. I'm unmuted now. Bonus. Let's start again. Hello. Hello, Twitch. Hello, YouTube. How are you today? Happy Wednesday. I remembered what day it is. I remembered to unmute the microphone. You can see those green things going, but I didn't unmute the microphone on OBS. Anyway. What I was mourning, what I was being sad about, was the fact that my kitchen tile, one of my all-time greatest hobby acquisitions for the painting situation, decided to slide off the edge of the desk today. Well, not the desk, the kitchen side by the sink. I just finished cleaning it up, ready for today's stream. And it sort of, I put it down and my hands were still wet. And it kind of slipped onto a tile floor. So my beloved tile, F's in chat for my tile, please, thank you. I will F right there. Although I did that, did it actually send... It's weird, we're not on... It's not showing Twitch on the bot. I'm gonna have to look at bloody Twitch in the... Why is Twitch not working on the bot for some reason? What, do I have to sign in yet again? It says log out. No, I'm fine. I should be fine. Hello? Ragnar. No, sorry, I didn't mean that. My, where I look at chat, it normally, at the top of it, it says, all YouTube and events. Now, normally it says all Twitch, YouTube, and events. For some reason, it's not showing off old Twitch Arena. I don't know why. Which is tedious because I would like to actually no, I can see your chat working, but I can't send messages to... Apparently, I'm not allowed to send messages to Twitch using my chat interface. It only goes to YouTube. It's fine. I'll just have to go F in chat manually. Hello, Ragnar. How are you today? What's cracking? My beloved kitchen tile died. Sad. It is a sad day. Echo Pixel Pulse 3D. Hello. Happy Wednesday. I'm still slightly depressed about the lack of tile situation. Hello there. How are you today? Happy Wednesday. What's going on? Time for... I know. It's in 2 bits. It's not completely shattered. I think what I could do is I could make a wooden frame and glue it in there. But the days of it sort of having... If I do... Well, hold on. No. Wait. I have some 2-part epoxy. We can glue it back together. I can seal it. We can make a frame for it, and we can resurrect that bad boy. Hope springs eternal. Internet is back. Best tile... No, not 2010. No. I think it was 2000 It was 2004. 2004 it was. Because I got it like I got back from the States 2002, 3, and I got it like a year later. So 21 years. That was almost my best hobby purchase. Almost. My best hobby purchase obviously was This bad boy. Actually, I think it was the other one. This was the recent purchase, but the older one is I don't know. Maybe it is this one. I don't know. I can't tell. Anyway. So yeah, but anyway, I am trying to sort of casually write a post. A wild mastodon came into stock this morning. I managed to buy the mastodon. And I just need to write a quick post saying onto X about that. I managed to order the big community goal that I had up on Throne. Thanks on Throne? Hold on. I mean X, because I'm not one of these people who are sort of averse to using what it's called. I don't really care. I'm not. Like, I've been on Twitter since basically its inception. I don't really care. I'm not one of these people who just lost my mind. I don't know. I don't really care. But I call it X. I've managed to crowbar my way into using the new name. Weirdly, when it comes to Games Workshop stuff, some of the stuff I still struggle to call the new names. Yeah, whatever. You don't have to use it. It's fine. It certainly always has been a cesspool. That is for sure. And thankfully, there is the cunning use of the word block and blocking phrases, which is a wild, wild thing that a lot of people don't seem to understand. You just add all the words you don't want to see, and it's quite tolerable. And you can block all the accounts you don't want to see, and it's quite tolerable. I just find it rather tedious talking about it, though. But there we go. Anyway, happy Wednesday, folks. I hope you're all well. I hope we've got a flood warning here tonight. In what time is it? 3 hours-ish. So whether or not we flood, hopefully we don't. I did yoink it. I yoinked the bloody hell out of it because. Icarus, thank you so much for the 20 months. Thank you very much indeed. We are painting an Ultramarine today. In a bit. I've got to dig out some blues. Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you very much indeed. But so I had a brief look. Is that the right page? Oh, it's using the wrong one. It's using the wrong page. Hold on. Let's go there, then go to studio mode, and then window capture? No, that's mass pay. Oh, bloody hell, I've forgotten which one is it. Screen share? Window capture is what I'm going with. Window capture. There. Okay, so we can go back. All right, so if you go to Games Workshop website now, right, and type in Mastodon, it's already out of stock. It is already out of stock again. I logged on this morning at, when did I wake up? When I turned the computer on at 11 o'clock, at least, you know, I'd finished some reading and turned the computer on, and I thought I better just check just on the off chance. Very lucky, but obviously the price did go up 15 quid. Well, I know, Icarus, we've been waiting for... I mean, we hit the goal back in June. So we've been waiting... No, hold on. Was it not... It was August, I think. Was it August? I can't actually... I'll have to double check. We hit it. We've been waiting for several months. But this has been out of stock for even longer than that, though. So it's just been a matter of basically checking every day, which has been very nice. It's finally here, though. I mean, finally ordered at least. It's been rather a stressful thing to deal with, so to speak. I'm just wondering if there's anything else. What else? I'm doing some 3D printing at the moment, so obviously you might be able to hear the noise in the background. As you can see. Printing out another window, the different window, just to be on the safe side. And a couple of barge boards for one of the roofs. I tried printing out... This was the third attempt. I tried printing out the other barge boards. And one of them just kept failing. I'm going to see if I can just reuse another one. Like one of the... So I have three working ones to choose from. I'll just see if I can yoink one and stick it on. Just do two of them. I don't know why it does that. I'd imagine it's memory. Maybe. Who knows what it is. It is resin, yeah. It is resin. Like, Forge World is... Like, they've cut down on the amount of stuff they do, so... I don't know. But I'm very glad it's ordered at least. Although I suppose I could check my emails to make sure that they weren't... I wasn't hallucinating when I made the order. TikTok nonsense, Twitch, Scale Model Shop. I did make an order of some bits from Scale Model Shop. Nope. It's not being cancelled or anything weird, so I guess happy days on that front. Happy days on that front. Let me just make sure I've got everything open where it needs to be. Where's Discord? So, let me copy link is the word I want. Righty-ho. So we have a cloak, which we're not touching today. Not going anywhere near that cloak today. We're gonna get this blue done. We're gonna get this blue done, or attempted to be done. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking there might be a little bit of purple in the shadows. I'm thinking there might be a smidgen of purple in the shadows. Rather than like I've watched a few people paint various Ultramarines over the years, and like a lot of people like to use put a bit of black into the blue to darken it like that. I have seen a few people use purple of various shades. I mean, to me it looks like there's a smidgen of purple in there. They're not too bright blue, so the Ultramarines that I paint normally are quite a bit brighter than this. So we do need to try and... I mean, it does get light on the shoulder pads. However, what's going on? It's Discord. We don't want to get ridiculously bright. I'll probably go and get one of my Ultramarines that I've painted just to try and make sure we don't go that bright, because mine are quite a lot. Wish me luck, still shaking from the... Did you have a thingamajig? Jesus, dude. Sorry, I've just caught up with chat. I've been trying to remedy... Oh, hold on. Jesus Christ, I didn't even see that. Siege on the stairs? Oh, Christ. Yeah. Jesus Christ, Icarus. Look at, Is there anything broken? So this is actually a conversion. I don't know what bits they've used. It is mostly the Praetor that you get in the box. It is mostly the Praetor you get in the box. This one just has an extra bit of... It's got like the fancy eagle wings, Aquila stuff over its face. We're not going to be doing that, but we have got... So it's going to be okay. We're going to break out potentially the airbrush. Woo! Potentially the airbrush to get the base tones on. Stuff like that. And then whip out the proper furry brushes. That would be brushes which are hairy, not favoured by furries. Although maybe they do, I don't know. So yeah, we're gonna have to rummage through the blues. I got a couple of P3 ones which might do the trick. And then we got some various others we can have a rummage around. Why is these goals should be window capture? Should be there, sort of, I guess. And color source. Oh, okay. Screen share. Is that window capture? I don't know. I've got to sort out this. I've got to sort out this window capture nonsense. It's not the greatest. It's not the greatest. There's loads of free room here, which is a disaster. But we're 1/10 our way to our daily sub goal. Bits, etc. 0. Let us do that. Oof. We have to look at some blues, ladies and jelly spoons. We got to look at some blues, not the music. Not to the music. Where's my preferred one? It has a Tyrannid sitting on it. Dirty, dirty things. Ragnar, what are you up to today, dude? How's your Wednesday looking? Do-do-do-do-do. So we have to break out some blues. Altdorf, that's... Now, when I first started painting my Ultramarine company, I'm trying to remember if I think I used Necron Abyss as a base and then dry brushed Ultramarine blue over the top of that. So we can glaze some purple in. I'm just trying to remember how. I love this color. I don't have much of it left though. But I hope we're having a lovely day on YouTube as well. Hopefully, I'll just double check the YouTube stream is actually still going. Yes, it is. Happy days. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, all that nonsense. If you fancy it. And the camera's finally, the camera's gone. Yay. The camera's only been on for 40 minutes as well. Give me a second. Let me see if I can remedy this. I don't understand why it decides to do this. See, that's what it would look like normally. Just... I mean, I suppose I could paint over there and and pretend not to worry about it, but it's an issue which just keeps on happening, and it's frankly frustrating, because especially if I'm going to be recording stuff and then it decides to do that, and then I don't notice. It's a bit of a disaster. So I'll deactivate it and reactivate it and hope that it behaves itself. Hope springs eternal, ladies and jelly spoons. Hope springs eternal. Get out of studio mode. Okay, so Ultramarines blue. Necron Abyss is an option. Necron Abyss is an option. We are going to darken it down anyway, the shadows, with a dark blue of some variety, and then we can glaze in a little bit of purple as well to add a little bit of sauciness. We also have Midnight Blue. I can't remember where this sits on the old... scheme of like how dark these colors are. I mean, Midnight Blue, I would probably be using this for old vampire lads. When we get around, you know what, we should be painting him for Halloween. Why are we not painting him for Halloween? Yo, we're going to paint him for Halloween. I've got to see if I can find his base. I have technically painted. We do have the two orcs. We have got the matte varnish on them. I do need to add the tufts and things like that. So we can potentially say we have painted orcs for October. It was literally a couple of caresses of paint on them just to sort of finish them. We need to add the tufts, and then we can do take the photos, and then I can say, yay, we have done October, and then we can move on to King of the Blue Boys, King of the Night Lords. It's your boy, Conrad. Made it to the couch. Icarus, have you broken anything? Probably a bit too early to tell on stuff like that, and you're probably feeling rubbish anyway. You're right. We're just trying to find some blues for a base color. my shirt collar. Very nice. Fuzzy and rubbish. Yeah. It's, I do, I completely understand. Look, I don't know, take a nap, or do you need to call anyone? I'm just trying to figure out a base color to start with, and then I think we are going to work in a little bit of purple into the shadows of this guy. Because I think on this one, it looks to me like there's a tiny bit of purple in the darkest shadows. So I was thinking that's what we will do. We will go up to we will attempt to get up to this light blue, which is probably close to ultramarine blue anyway. And just get some nice dark shadows in there. Yeah, I do understand the stuttering situation. I don't even know if that's like a... I have noticed that seems to happen a bit more to me these days. Which is rather tedious. We're going to keep Midnight Blue for my boy. We got McCraggy Blue. We don't want to be using too much of this. We'll glaze it into the highlight. We'll glaze it in as like towards the final highlight. I reckon a bit of purple in the shadow would be nice though. We've got Bad Bruise from P3. Hey Lean, how's it going, dude? It's alright, Icarus. You've injected morphine? Jesus, dude. I need to get my hands on some of that. Bad Bruce. Ooh, hello. Could be an option, I suppose. I think there's a better purple, though. Trying to get my blues in order, like the ones I like to use. My chosen legion, the finest legion known to the Emperor. The finest legion. It's trying to get. We'll get the blues. We want to get the base color right. Don't want to bugger it up. Zurius. We got a couple of purples to choose from. I think probably that one, maybe. I know there's a Vallejo purple. It might be called Royal Purple. Not sure off the top of my head. Or Nagaroth Knight, in fact. One of those. Lean, what are you up to, young man? How's your Wednesday looking? What's going on? Let's have a quick look at my Vallejo drawer. Hello, Betty. Hold on. Nauseating blue. Still going strong. In fact, I suspect this plastic lid's going to go first. They are vintage paints, they are. Like, this was, for the longest time, this was my favourite paint. I really like this colour. It's very sexy. It's very nice. I think this was the purple I was thinking of. Although I've said that, I can't actually tell what... I think this is the purple. I just don't know what it's called. I think it was called Royal Purple. Yeah. There's Hex Lichen as well, which was another good one. Your injector pen is prescribed. Oh no, I know that medication's definitely not off the shelf. My Wednesday is sitting around all day waiting for 4 deliveries. Oh my god, from one company? It wasn't Amazon you made this order from, was it? I ordered... What did I order the other day from Amazon? I ordered a pair of scissors and some sellotape. Because I was sick of using kitchen scissors. And I was sick of using sort of wrapping, like the sellotape I used for wrapping up presents at Christmas and like birthdays and stuff. I was sick of using that to sort of wrap up, you know, miniatures and stuff to go out. So I thought, right, time to order some big bad boy scissors and some other sellotape, which is not like, you know. So I ordered some sellotape, golden yellow, like the original stuff. Garden bulbs and plant plugs. What the hell are plant plugs? You're doing some gardening. Echo, just use is when we want to do house stuff on the PCs. Wait, hold on, what? We're both admin people and keep things up to date. I also do graphic design work for friends. I can't even remember what I was... Oh, God. Okay, so we will figure these colors out. I think highlights... Honestly, like Ultramarine Blue is probably the choice we'll go for. It is. They are Ultramarines after all. We're just not going to go... We'll glaze it in casually. Casual glazification. Macragge Blue. I don't know if Dark Prussian Blue is... We could just go balls to the wall and start with Necron Abyss. Cantor. I don't know if I own that one anymore. Hold on. I do. I do. Well, we can do Cantor Blue. I reckon, like, when I looked at this picture, I think there's a tiny bit of purple in there. So I will glaze some purple into the shadows. Or mix some purple into the base color at least and add a tinge of it to, you know, the shadowy bits. Plants have been grown in trays. Oh, okay. I was wondering if that's what it was, but then I'll be honest, Lean Machine. I don't know why I need to preface the sentence by "I'll be honest." I don't lie, so I shouldn't need to preface the sentence with "I'll be honest." It's like gives the impression people lie otherwise if they say that all the time. Anyway, you wrote garden bulbs and then plugs. Is he doing lighting in the garden with his plugs and bulbs? That was unfortunately my first thought. Stupidity. It was another request. I had actually... It is a bit lighter than Necron Abyss. It is a bit lighter than Necron Abyss. So we could add that as like the next color up. That's a lot, dude. Are you doing your... Is this for like next summer's growing plants? I was going to stand up. Oh, I don't have my face camera on this. Righty ho, ladies and jelly spoons. Let's get a wiggle on with this finally. All right. I'm just going to do studio mode. There. English gentleman, hello. What size is a jelly spoon? It's kind of as big as it needs to be. I don't know. Different people have different preferences when it comes to size. When it comes to eating puddings and things, I honestly prefer a smaller spoon because then it makes the pudding last longer, if that makes sense. Because otherwise, if you have a big gaping spoon like this, right? Then like the pudding is going to get, it's got 2 mouthfuls and it's gone. With a more petite spoon size, it's gonna be like 6 or 7 or 8 mouthfuls potentially to finish that pudding. So that's my preference right there. Context. we don't worry about silly things like context on this stream. Come on now. Because I'm 5'11 and a half, so that's quite big for a spoon. Well, I don't know. I would still go with a smaller spoon. That's what I reckon. Let's remind myself what Necron Abyss looks like. I think this might be too dark almost. Yeah, I'm only 5'11. I was supposed to be 6 foot. I have a feeling this actually dries quite glossy from what I remember. Could be wrong. Hey Muzz, how's it going? Slightly smaller than the dessert spoon, bigger than a teaspoon, but deeper than the soup spoon. Yeah, the soup spoons are a bit of a... I'm not massively keen on... Yeah, I remember this Necron Abyss is actually quite shiny. Not going to be a disaster at the end, but we might have to do a mid, like a coat of Lamian medium or something during the thing. So that's Necron Abyss, one of the finest colours of all time. Let's have a look at Cantor Blue. You like to eat cereal with a soup spoon, but you don't know why. Hey, we all have our preferences, English gentlemen. We do not kink shame on this channel. Unless, of course, that is your kink, in which case we will absolutely do it. Thank you so much for the old YouTube sub. Hello there, how are you doing? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you. What's going on? This is actually quite... It's not... Yeah. These blues are... Hello. Necron Abyss. Top tier blue. And this is Cantor Blue. Not nearly as dark. Powerful. Powerful blue right there. You don't king shame unless it's not sexy enough to be a proper king. I don't know. There are some weird ones out there I don't even want to talk about. Don't even want to talk about them. Where's the bloody miniature gone? Here it is. You like spoons, kink better? I think most people like, I don't know, spooning. You know, when... I don't know, there's a limit to that, though. Because you sort of... Depending on which spoon you are, if you're on the big spoon, you might end up with a sort of a dead arm. Which is... Then you're just counting down the minutes until you can... Until you can extract your arm from... and get feeling back in your arm again. Peak content today as usual. Fat Man's Kitchen, of course. We wouldn't want any other variety of content. Any other content is useless. The air compressor is still on. It's just feeling a bit insipid at the moment. I reckon we will. I will reckon we will use a. We will give him a tickle with the Necron Abyss, just because. Why not? Why not? Where's the thinner gone? Oh God! He played the spoons, did he? It's a powerful instrument right there. It's a powerful instrument. Only... Look at that blue. Oh, it's so good. What a beautiful colour that is. It's one of the last times I'll be using one of the finest colours that GW ever made. Obviously, you know, Bilious Green is top of the old pile of top tier paints that GW made. This is gonna be very thin. Oh baby, it's all right. We can mix in some Cantor as well next, and all will be gravy, baby. Yeet. Folks, how are you doing today on this Wednesday? On this beautiful day. On this beautiful day. What the devil are you up to? I would like answers on a postcard. Insipid is a fantastic word. It is. It is definitely a fantastic word. I'm a big fan. All right. Where's my glove of doom? So we did get the Orcs matte varnish this morning, which is a good thing. I got the printer is going, but as usual, it seems to. Maybe I just need to change the amount of memory it has, like for backup. Hey, we're still in studio mode. I do apologise. My face is supposed to be on camera, but it's not. It's. Let me go to the X1C. Let's network buffering. Should we just bosh that up to 10? Maybe that will... Oh well. We will worry about it on another day. This is the back. Oh God, this is the back. Obviously, that's the front of the miniature. Okay, I'm glad we've been over the bare minimum of this. So this is going to be a lot darker anyway. He has got a big old. He does have a big old sexy cape to go over it. So I'm not going to be too concerned about. Obviously, there is going to be concern. There's some pressure. Let's go, baby. Yes. Plain of Spoons is the English version of using a washboard. Oh, like they do in America. I'm very aware, Muzz, unless you're, telling other people, in which case, yes. A classic kitchen-based instrument. All right. The backpack needs some attention. Hold on, I need to attach this. Working on a painting. Flipping Nora. Say it ain't so. Partially for a world-building project. Partially for a school assignment. Tell me more. Tell me more, tell me more, etc., etc. If you dare. We're painting on camera? Yes. I almost, I was going to print out a skull today. Because I'm tempted to attempt to start sculpting again. But I was thinking, well, at least start with a vaguely human-shaped skull. So I was going to print out a skull and, like, the ribcage and, top of the arms and sort of all that sort of nonsense. I didn't. I'm going to undo that tomorrow, though. Just so that we can have an armature to paint over. See what monstrosities we can come up with when it comes to sculpting again. No one ever seems to like my sculptures, so it's a sad time for us all when... Ah. Alright, I have an idea for a fantasy setting and need to paint a landscape. Ooh, so what do you tell me about this? Because I've been pondering this recently. I would like to paint some sort of... No, I can't... 2D painting is even less of a skill than 3D painting for me. But I have been tempted to paint a flat background landscape for taking photos. I would like to do a couple of fantasy ones and, well, I guess generic green... Ooh, there's a mountain and some hills in the background, and then a bit of snow background, and then... Ooh, fire and brimstone. Your sculptures have a tendency to yoink your soul from your body. No. No, they don't. Come on now. How could you say that about him? How could you say that about... this? Anyway, what I was planning on doing is a zombie of some variety. I watched Jimmy the Brush do some clay sculpting. It was an epic stream. Well, I have actually sculpted before. As you can see. That bad boy is like 20 years old. 25 years old, I think. Yeah, 25 years old. So, I am tempted to. I would like to get back to some sort of sculpting. So we got a little bit of blue. It's a sculpture. Icarus. One of the finest sculptures on Twitch. And we'll be doing more of them. Not this one. This one is getting left to chill out where he is. But we will be doing some other type of sculpture at some point. At least that's the plan. Yeah, that's a good blue base. Base? Oh, crikey. Hello. How's it going? Hello, Chris. Thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing today? Hello, Alice. How are you today? Happy Wednesday to you. What is going on? We'll do the shout out. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today? Happy Wednesday to you. Captain Mannerings, hello, hello, hello. Hello to you. How are you? Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday today, right? What's going on? How are you all today? Thank you so much for the raid. Folks, on my side, if you're not already following Chris, there should be a button at the top of your chat, which will, well, for me it says join us in following Chris, because I'm already following. But for you, I think it says hurry up and smash that follow button. Something along those lines. It's good instruction. You should do it. What was going on stream today? What was going on the stream today? We are today painting an Ultramarine. It is a commission, which is why we've literally only just started several minutes ago. As you can tell, we have just... I broke out one of the fabulous paints, Necron Abyss, to start off with. 3D print just finished. That's fun. Happy days there. Been bugging Chris. That's an excellent thing to do. It's an excellent thing to do. What was being painted today on stream? Sorry, I have a 3D print going at the moment. It's just finished. I'm hoping... I had to print out... So I printed out a large tavern. Very large tavern. And I needed to... This set of windows wasn't quite fitting for some reason. So I thought maybe it's the other window. I'm looking at the other window and actually thinking the other window's not going to do any better. But I printed it out just to be on the safe side. Hopefully we'll get that done at some point. RJ, what's cracking? Hello. It is a classic name indeed, yes. Painting more Raven Guard. Applying decals. Are you people? Decals or decals? For me, I think I've always been decals, but I know some people like to call it decals. For the Horus Heresy, I will get to my Horus Heresy minis at some point. Folks, I am very, very happy today. I managed to order the Mastodon. Finally, after months of waiting, with anticipation of like when GW are finally going to get their stuff back in stock. And they did this morning. They did. I ordered it. Oh, they ordered it. It's been a long time. It was a stream goal for a long time. We finally bonked it on the head and completed it. And then look, it's already out of stock. It was in stock from... Well, I logged on this morning to Warhammer 11 and ordered it. So it's been in stock for 5 hours, maybe. I don't know when it went out of stock, but sometime this afternoon. I don't know. This is the problem, Ragnar. I mean, my Horus Heresy armies currently are Imperial Fists. I would like to do some Ultramarines, but maybe like the Solar Auxilia side of things, and or maybe Space Wolves. Then we've got Iron Warriors, obviously, Death Guard, and World Eaters, which are all 3D printed. My 3D printed World Eaters. I suppose technically we could also do some Sons of Horus as well. So we have some options. Hey, what's up, Chad? You're French, so you call it whatever. Yeah, it's definitely a word. It's like, you're a decals person. Yeah, decals. I don't know. Decals is one which was blindsided me. It was on FDM. Yes, it was, Captain Merlin. Sorry. I have an X1C and a P1S right there. So I needed to print out this one because the first time I printed it out, it was only partially flush to the surface. So we have printed out a backup one. I did try. We had to print out a couple more of these as well. There were supposed to be 2 more, but for some reason they were just failing every time. So I grew impatient and just printed out these ones for today. I'll get around to the other ones later. Thank you, RJ. How are you doing today? Happy Wednesday. This is not the entire tavern. Yes, the entire tavern is... I apologise for everyone seeing my face. So it's right there. It's about 60 centimetres wide by 45 centimetres deep by 40 centimetres-ish tall. I haven't actually measured. That's just going off someone else's measurements. But it is a big old building with a full interior and all that kind of stuff, which I will be painting up at some century. Anyway, so we have got this print finished, which is very juicy. Now let me catch up on chat. Deck Owls is weird. Chad, what's cracking, dude? What is cracking? I have ordered the Mastodon. I am incredibly happy. Oh, bugger. Hold on. I can turn this printer off now, finally. What chat? So yeah, you brought the only one they got. I don't know. It didn't. All I know is when I hit buy, it didn't go out of stock straight away. So I'd imagine they made at least 2. They made at least 2, which is better than, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if they only did 2 though. Well, with Alice, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. I technically have Death Guard. I have 40k Death Guard, but I'm also. We are going to do some. Ooh, I don't know. Just before going slightly sprouty, before like auxiliary tentacles started flying all over the place. Yeah, Muzz. It was a goal we had on Throne for quite a while. We had it for 3 years. Admittedly, a year of that I was not streaming, so it was a. My Tyrannid just fell over. My Tyrannid, he just got knocked over, the poor dear. It was a lot of money. It was a lot of money. I am very aware of that. And people very generously gifted towards it. Transfers? So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what chapter I'm going with. My initial thought was Imperial Fists. Hi Farm, hello, how are you? Happy Wednesday to you, what's going on? You tried to give me some hope that I can't pronounce that word, that name. The Windlord. Yeah, I'm sorry. Hope springs eternal. Listen, maybe tomorrow is your day. I've been checking every bloody day for what seems like probably 2 or 3 months for that Mastodon. Every morning I just log on going, I was almost tempted to go, today is the 100th day of checking Warhammer.com for the Mastodon. Is it in stock? No. I came close to it. Wood has never come out well on P1S. Oh! Do you mean wood as... This is PLA. It's matte PLA. It has a wood texture though. It's ultra fine. The ultra fine settings that I go with. It is it's 0.4 nozzle, which is pretty sexy, but it's the, what are they called, X1S or something ridiculous. 0.08 extra fine BBL X1C. Whatever the hell that means. BBL? Wait, hold on. Doesn't that mean something else as well? Transfers. It is massive. Yes, it is. I'm not going to say anything else. It is one part of an entire village, yes. Yeah, Captain Mannerings, let me show you. Let me show you, my friend. I do have the merchant license to sell all of these. I do tell people. But the problem is I've yet to decide how much I can charge realistically. Because it took 5 rolls of PLA to print and 2 weeks to print them. Not 40k, not 30k, but around 38. Oh god, if only. Can you imagine? That'd be so good. That would be so good. Can you imagine having that many little toy soldiers running around? And how long that would take to paint. At the speed that I paint. So let me show you. We are painting... So they are just about to run a... They're warming up to do a 3rd Kickstarter any moment sometime this month. I don't know when. Soon, TM. So this is the first one they did. You printed 6 jump jet clouds off your lions. You utter filth. I love it. I love it, Chad. Nice one. Do you know what? Are you going to go with, like, just sort of shades of, like, white to grey or something for your clouds? Or are you going to have fiery bits in there as well? Bit of Ozzle. Oh, an advert? Curses. I apologise. Oh no, it's alright. Advert's gone. So, this is the tavern right here. I'm currently printing, or at least I will be once I acquire more printer stuff, the lock house right here. I printed out this little cottage. I printed out the smokehouse. We've got to do the warehouse and the lightning tower. The what's this thing called? Lighthouse. Bit of a weird day. Chad, what's up? Speak to me, baby. Talk to me. What's going on? You print, you did that, yes. I think that usually refers to a woman with a huge... Wait, hold on. What did I say? Did I say something? Think I'm going to Ozzle the clouds in homage to the bear. Oh, listen, you don't have to do Ozzle on my behalf. Don't you worry. You know that I do not need Ozzle in my life. Yeah. There is subterranean. Yeah, I do apologize. I forgot to I only left it on one picture. I feel terrible. So the Kickstarter that he did, so it was basically these 2 chunks and everything below. So let me see if we can load up these pictures for you. That's the lighthouse. You can see the underground bits right here. So it's ideal for D&D. In fact, I would say it's... Well, I'm painting it more for sort of wartime. Although all my buildings are currently intact. So he does whole buildings and also sort of destroyed buildings. I don't know if we've got any renders of them. You can see all the underground bits as well. Right here. I've not really printed out any of this underground stuff yet, unfortunately. And they do have spaces for LEDs and all of the sort of like, you know, light fixtures and stuff. If lighting is your jam, then your jam can be taken on board. I'm not really into lighting and stuff. It's not really a thing for me. As you can, well, this is a destroyed version. I'll just quickly show you this picture. He also did a cathedral. I was under the impression that the next one was going to be a castle. But apparently it's called the Den of Iniquity. Now, I suppose a castle could have a Den of Iniquity in it. Or the entire castle could be a Den of Iniquity. Could just be a massive brothel. Absolutely massive brothel. And then also there's this cathedral right here as well. Oh, BBL? What does it actually stand for? So this was the other one I backed. I also have commercial license for this. Frankly, I only have 2 FDM printers, so I'm going to need to really wait to acquire another 1 or 2 before we start offering. I mean, that's so cool. Offering this as a full-on thing. But this also comes with like crypts and underground stuff as well. Anyway, keep your eyes peeled on Kickstarter if you like FDM printing. Then one will be coming sometime this October. I'm not supported by them, but I do really like his stuff, so I'm very happy to tell people about it. BBL, hold on, what was that emote? Brazilian butt lift. Is that what it is? Not a bionic butt lift. I like the idea of the bionic butt lift. Myself. Is that because you don't like lighting? I just don't like miniature lighting in general. I think it looks weird. It never really looks right to me. It doesn't look right to me. Like, it never looks in scale. I know, like, it just doesn't, it never looks right to me. You know? Just slapping an LED in there and a battery and just, like, not really for me. Which is why probably I'm not massively keen on OSL as well. Or because you're too lazy and intimidated to add the skill. No, I'm quite happy. I just don't like the look of OSL. And because I don't like it, I'm not going to learn it. Simple. Simple as, I believe, the people say. Where is the thing I need? The butt lift? Right, hold on. Do they come with a house extension to store them? Unfortunately not. You could probably... I'm just thinking that a house extension for the Brazilian butt lift. Probably. You might need an extension for some of those horrific things. Where's the bloody brush gone? I've lost my mixing brush of doom. It's gone AWOL. There it is. There it is. Yeah. The Ragnar, you look after yourself. Yeah, they are. This is the problem. They are rather large. I mean, I think if you are a D&D person, then you owe it to yourself to buy them from me, basically. Otherwise, you're not really a proper D&D person, are you? You're just... you're not dedicated enough. I don't want to say it. I'm not going to say the rest of what I was going to say. They are rather large and storage is needed. Yeah, definitely. I definitely will agree with you on that one. Captain Mandarins, you have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you very much for swinging by. I hope you have a lovely evening, afternoon type deal. Okay, I was going to slap some can... Oh! Flippin' Nora. Thank you very much for tickling that subscribe button. On YouTube, I do dual stream to Twitch and YouTube. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you very much. Appreciate you very much for testing that button for me. That's my excuse for not learning French. Did you not learn it at school? Unfortunately, I've forgotten my French. Like, we used to always go on holidays there, and then we didn't. We sort of stopped. And like last time I went to France, I went with my dad. I went with my dad and my mum and my grandmother that I used to help look after. And I was trying to remember my French. It'd probably been 10 years since I'd been to France before, and I was trying to speak. And I was like, I can't quite remember what the hell I need to say, but I could understand what was being said enough. Like it was like some village, sort of very like a small town evening market on like a Friday or a Saturday. Very nice, you know. Went to the big sort of outdoor market thing with like where food was being cooked. Had some food and all that kind of stuff. And then there was some grumbling going on from a couple of people who were basically saying how evil I was for not speaking French. And I don't entirely blame them. But I did understand, and I was cursing myself for not being able to speak better French, so I could be like, yo, I do understand what you're saying. I just can't get the words out. BBL? Oh, hold on, what? Oh, be back later? Oh. You hated French. At school, and you can basically introduce yourself and ask where the life... It's the classic question, isn't it? See, this is the problem with Automod. If you capitalized that letter at the beginning and added the word "the," then I could you know, understand Automod. Going, you know, hold on, hang on a minute, it's a bit much. But because the Automod's basically stupid, it's a bit overzealous when it comes to. We're even painting on camera. Do you ship to France? I do ship to France. I will ship to France, yes. I think. I've got blue on my finger. This is terribly sad. I can appreciate having a list of words. No, yeah, well, I think it was thinking that you had said incorrectly. By the way, you did not say it. I think it thought I hate the French. Don't clip me out of context on that one, thank you very much, because that would be incorrect. Has Automod suffered from Scunthorpe? Wait, hold on. What's the Scunthorpe problem? I'm trying to get I'm trying to get up to date. We don't talk about politics, I will say, but I think I know the one you mean. Not quite, but it's getting close to it. I think, yeah. So, like, the back of this is going to be underneath a cloak, so I'm not too worried. But we do want to get... We're going to have a bit of... Once the paint starts appearing. It's all right, Chad. I understand. Just remember, we don't talk about politics on this stream. It's a lot easier if we don't. So we do want to get a nice basic blue for the back. We will get up to that. It's going to take me 20 years with the airbrush. Frankly, I want to... as soon as I can get back to using the hairy brush, I'll be better. But we'll just make do with this. Moderation bots struggle with certain words. Yeah. Because they contain words... Yeah, no, exactly. Exactly. Oh! Oh! I didn't even realize that was the problem. Yo. I did not realize. That's my little bit of education for today. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Honestly, I mean, that's one of my favorite words. I just don't use it on the stream. I just don't use it on stream. Because I know there are a lot of people out there with sensitive disposition and will have a heart attack. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I am quite happy. Like, I will call Twitter X quite happily. I'm not fussed. You know, don't care. I'm ashamed how long it took me. Dude, I didn't even... Chad, it didn't even clock. It didn't even clock. I didn't even realize. For once, like, you know, I am as pure as the driven snow. So, you know, obviously it didn't even pop into my brain. I don't think I've ever been to Scunthorpe either. Am I missing out? Am I missing out? Oh, you're hating X as in like a generic, just anything. Some people just hate the words. Some people are very, and it's up to them, very keen on just calling it Twitter. And it is, frankly, a habit. Like, after 20 odd years or whatever I've been on Twitter, I still do call it that. But then again, I do still call it, still go over to X as well. when my brain decides to work. Music stopped. Absolutely fabulous. Absolutely delicious, ladies and jelly spoons. It is a cesspool. It is a cesspool. It always has been. Actually, no. That. I'm just trying to remember in the good times, before the dark times, before Disney. It was. I'm just trying to find some music. I want to listen to Mr. Kitty After Dark 10.5 hour loop. I think that might drive people insane though. So you're going to have to listen to this instead. 1988. I don't know, the whole Twitter, like X, whatever. I managed, like, first thing I did when I created my current social media account for Twitter, for X, the very first thing I did, I went to blocked words and blocked accounts. I muted all the accounts that I had no interest in hearing from. I added all the words which I didn't want to hear about. So it was basically a whole load of political words from both sides, or all sides, or whatever. I was just like, I'm done with that. And every time some new term comes up, I just add it in, and it mutes the majority of it. It mutes the majority of it, thankfully. When Stephen Fry and Bill Bailey were on there, things seemed okay. When did they leave? And you would have thought they could block people as well. I do find it a little bit weird. I do find it slightly odd. The people just didn't want to use a block button, etc. I know it's a lot of effort. I only use Twitch as a social media. Yeah, I mean, that's frankly like my Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. I don't talk about personal stuff unless it's like, today I bought miniatures. That's like, that's about as personal as I kind of try and keep it. I don't like talking about my personal life, or my private life as I like to call it, because it's private. Which is a bit weird, because I know you get a lot of streamers just absolutely giving all the details. It's like, I did not need to know that about you. I did not. Thank you very much, but I don't care. Keep it to yourself. Where are we? Why does anyone use social media? I have to use it because I do commission painting, and I've started commission painting, and also selling 3D printed miniatures, etc. So unfortunately, I have to use it to get the name out there. However, I don't use my personal accounts for Twitter, Facebook, etc. I have not used those in years. I still have them, but I can't remember. I can't really remember the last time I posted on them. Genuinely. I think when I was working for Lion King, so back in the good old days, 2012, 2013, 2014, maybe, round about there, I stopped using it. Kind of have to for work. No, well, Chad, in the good old days, Instagram used to be bloody amazing. Oh, it was so good. Instagram was like a playground. You know, everything you wanted. It was just like pictures of all the stuff that you wanted. But now it's just like, if you go to the home feed, God damn it. There are loads of things you want to see. Wizards. Sweet scene. I thought I liked that this morning. I'm glad. Cursing. I'm just not keen on having videos in it. I'm really not keen on having video on Instagram. I really hate it so much. Huge amounts. You find a phone call can help a load? Hold on, what did I miss out? You hate it? I don't blame you, Echo. I completely understand. Like, I used to like it, genuinely. I used to like it, like MySpace, and good old Tom. He was like a friendly. He was like a always there for you. Sometimes ignorance is bliss. Yes. I used to very much enjoy places like Twitter, as you could contact companies directly, rather than having to wade through shitty websites. Yes, do agree. It was also quite good for breaking news. No, I do agree. Absolutely. And I think it still is good for news. I don't really like looking at the news, though, so I don't really look at it for that. I mean, back in the good days, you didn't need an Instagram account to view posts. That is true. I tried to do that last night, in fact. I think I managed to load up 3 pictures from them and then said, do you want to look at more? Maybe make an account. So I was like, no. I was just interested in this one creator. I don't want to have to log in. Yeah, phone call. It's a little bit too much there. Calm down, Muzz. Oh, bugger. Are you even painting on camera? Sort of. Are you even... Ah, there we go. Oh, something weird, something fruity's happening with the airbrush. Oh well. Okay, we're fine. We're fine now. Where was I? When I went to Nepal, I uploaded photos to Instagram as a way of informing my mother that I wasn't dead. Whereabouts in Nepal did you go to? I have my godfather lives in Nepal. At least, I think he's my godfather. Could be getting... No, it is. It's just he was completely useless. He was completely useless. Or he still is technically completely useless over there. Well, just as a godfather, at least. You use Discord? I attempt to use Discord. I'm getting slightly better at it, by the way. I don't want to show off, but I actually remember to use it occasionally. I don't really use it over the weekend, but I might attempt to. I might start to use it over the weekend. Only to post pictures of minis to streamers I respect. I'm a very private person. The people I have in my life now are the only people... Echo. I completely understand that. I completely understand that. Like, I think I started streaming because I used to be almost a little bit too sort of... I've never been very good at talking in front of people. I know this is technically... Like, if there were all you lovely people, hello, on Twitch and YouTube, standing in front of me right now, and I could see your faces, although you're all incredibly handsome and beautiful, intelligent people, I would probably might struggle a little bit. I've never been good at public speaking. Always hated it. And I think I started streaming initially to sort of maybe help that a little bit. I don't feel quite so bad, but I do get like a little bit of the shakes kind of going on. The way I see it, there's good reason why people are in my past and also my present. Very fair. Very understandable. I'll say social media isn't devil people make it out to be. It can be super motivational and informative. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, there are good things to it. It really depends if you. It's just filtering out all the crap that you don't want to see, and like stuff like that. Wait a little longer for those to dry, and then we can do another proper coat of Cantor Dewberry Firkins. Hold on. Let me catch up on chat. Sketch is ready for paint? Hell yes. Nice one, dudes. Look forward to seeing that. You feel Discord is a perfect balance of messenger community. The thing is, I don't hate Discord. I used to use it. I used to use TeamSpeak and Vent for years. And then, playing EVE Online for far too much. Spending a lot of time on Discord and Slack to play that game. I kind of, once I finished playing EVE Online or stopped for that amount of time, I did a 180 and thought, you know what, I'm done with Discord and Slack and constantly being able to chat to people. It was driving me a bit loopy. And I'm slowly trying to use it a little bit more. Because I went a bit too far the other way. The drill bit. Where's it gone? I'll put it down. Yeah. Chad, you were lucky. You were lucky. I still have apparently 11 messages that I've not replied to. Direct messages. Frankly, don't know if I ever will at this point. I think I might have got to the point where I was like, it's been so long already, I might as well just leave it. It seems to create more problems than it solves. What, social media or Discord? As an engineer, I work on cards from time to time, and it's a statement I can agree with. I'm a bit like that. I have a small group of friends who I've known for decades. Yeah. Also, if you look at people driving cars on the street, I rarely ever see happy people. Well, because they're stuck in a car in traffic, no doubt. Especially in this country, like, compared to driving to, like, for example, in the States, like, not in a city at least. I would say driving like out and about in the countryside would be freaking lovely, but over here there are not the space. Plus, I can't drive legally anymore, so hey ho. I'm not ill. I'm all right. Spent a month there, started in Kathmandu, then bus down to Chitwan National Park, then went across to Pokhara. So my dad used to do trips out there. He used to drive basically from London. It was London to Kathmandu. It was like the drive he used to do. In fact, in the back. Well, he was driving, but like they're old army trucks, old Bedford trucks. So I can't remember the route he did, but I think it was basically somewhere and then keep driving east. Replying to Discord, I know, it is. It's just because the problem is, as soon as I start talking, I can't stop, and then I just end up wasting time. Like, you know. Good old vent, yeah. So we are going to be breaking out these blues again when we do the King of the Night Lords. We're not going to finish him, obviously, for Halloween, but I think we will actually work on Conrad. Maybe we'll start it for our Halloween stream. If we do a Halloween stream, Friday, the end of the month, 31st, we might start Conrad right here. I need to make sure I've printed his base out, though. Yeah, it would have been a lovely trip out there. Insert the old woman from Titanic. They came today. Wait. Oh! 40 quid for 5 brushes. That does seem a bit pricey. That does seem a bit pricey. I'm glad they arrived. Obviously, your Rosemary & Co. brushes. And they are good brushes, but the problem is, like, trying to find another company which does brushes as good for cheaper might be an issue. I'm obviously always open to being tempted by other companies and stuff. But until that time comes, I think we're going to be very happy with the Rosemary & Co. It's just, I guess all prices go up. I've seen happy people. Shut up. No way. Some drivers enjoy drenching pedestrians, trying to spread their misery. Oh, God. Those people definitely exist. Okay. We are getting there, ladies and jelly spoons. At the speed of Startled Slug. You auto-modded? Hold on, let me see if I can get that before auto-mod disappears. Yeah, unfortunately, those prices do go up. What's up, First? How you doing, you sexy beast? Happy Wednesday to you. What's going on? You don't watch TV or play video games? I don't watch nearly as much TV as I used to. I will watch like a murder mystery or something. Not like, I was going to say Mrs. Doubtfire. I forgot the name of it for a second. Not things like Poirot and things like that. But like, I don't know. I will watch one of those, but generally I just paint, print miniatures, try and stay awake, and occasionally play a video game. I might even start streaming playing a video game because, ladies and jelly spoons, Battlefield 6 is on the horizon. Oh yes, it is on the horizon. I am tempted. I might give in again. Back in my day, good brush was 2 shillings 6 pence. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know what, that's something my dad would say, and I was like, yo, look, I know it might. I don't know how much that is. I don't know how much a shilling is. Can you just sort of try and convert it into modern time, modern time currency, please? And he says, oh, it's very simple. And then then breaks it down into, like, I've got no bloody help. Not much. You just got home now, got a Nemesis Warbringer. Whoa. And your biker chaplain coming along for birthday shenanigans. Dude, is your birthday tomorrow? Or is it today? Pre-decimization was the time. Yeah, I thankfully wasn't around for that. It's tomorrow. Hold on. Let's go into my diary. The 9th of October. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this. Honoured. First. How do we do this? Yeah, baby. Got you now. You're in the book. John Lennon's birthday? Ah, I knew him well. I didn't know him at all. I don't watch a lot of stuff. I did watch Dark Crystal recently. I've not watched that in a while. There was a Kickstarter a few years ago with Dark Crystal statues, and I do have them somewhere. One of them. I got one of the Dark Crystal things. You're playing through Ghost of Yotei? I have a small collection of Winsor & Newton Series 7 I bought before COVID. Bloody hell. They're close to twice the amount of money as I paid for them. You might put them on eBay. Listen. You probably should. You are as cool as the Beatles. You're cooler, in fact. I'd say the Beatles are overhyped, whereas you, Honoured First, surpassed them. Yeah? They had big media behind them. Alright? I'm just waiting for this bloody glove to dry out. I do apologise. It was getting a bit moist. Do it, you absolute hussy. Chad, you absolute hussy. Do Battlefield 6. Get it. Then I might get it. I just need someone to break the seal and purchase it. Hold on. Let me have a look at Kickstarter very briefly. Let's make that noise into the microphone. Oh, there are too many Kickstarters going on. There are too many Kickstarters and not enough time in the world. So if we go to Kickstarter, let's have a butcher's hook. I need to print out one of these Grim ISU tanks. And Space Aussie stuff. Where are they? Where is it? Hexengard 2 scenery. That's good scenery, by the way. They do some sexy scenery. And in fact, I have the merchant license for it, so I too can do the sexy scenery. There was a Kickstarter, I swear to God. What the bloody hell is it? There it is. Finally. Look how far we had to scroll down. I ended up buying... I couldn't make my mind up. But I think I have... I should have... Was it the Wise Man? Should have really purchased Jennifer, really. That's what I should have done. I was tempted to buy Hoggle. And Sedidimus as well. No, I think I got the Scroll Creeper. The Scroll Keeper. Because I saw these ruffles and thought, oh, hello. I like painting some ruffles. Let's paint some ruffles, baby. So I think this is the one I have. Although I do regret not buying the Wise Man. You do enjoy Dark Crystal? I really love all the practical... Yeah, I know. It was... I need to buy a DVD of it and Blu-ray of it. It's been done. The download begins. Well done, Chad. Which version did you get? Dark Crystal was boss. Brilliant film. Lovely storytelling. Absolutely. It's David Bowie's it isn't... Yeah, it's absolutely... It comes as its own separate file. It's so large. It's like the regular file. Those are actually resin prints, resin casts rather than 3D prints. But I would imagine if you got an STL file, the cod piece would probably be just as large as the actual statue of David Bowie. That's just how it is. You couldn't justify... I'm trying to justify it, but... Because I've been playing Battlefield since the good old days. And I'm... As a long-time supporter of it, I am going, oh, well, you are a long-time supporter. You could probably justify it. Out of the hundreds, nay, thousands of hours you put into these games over the years, you can probably go, long-time supporter, treat yourself. That's a whole other game, though. It is, but this is the thing. I don't normally buy many games. I don't jump around from game to game. Although I did buy Project Zomboid, the other day, because it was on sale. Like, I only probably buy maybe 4 games a year. No, I know. It's just a long-time fan. Honoured first. By the way, are you here? Mr. Honoured first. You love Zomboid? Also, Tower Dominion is a little... You are? Okay. So, today, it was an auspicious day. It was a sexy day, because I ordered... I did make the announcement in Discord. But I did order a Mastodon. Wiggly eyebrows all over the place. Hell, so dude, I know you did contribute towards that huge amount, so thank you so much. I did check before stream. I thought I'll just double check. Already out of stock. It's already out of stock. It was in stock. I bought it at 11 o'clock this morning. Or thereabouts. I can't quite remember the time. I suppose I could check I think it was 11. Anyway, whatever. It was in stock. I thought, fuck, I better buy it. And then I checked at 3:50 or something, and it was already out of stock. So it was in stock for, I'll say 5 hours. It was in stock for 5 hours. They must have had like 3. They must have made 3 of them or something. Stuff Stabby, how's it going, dude? No, we're not a buying stream. No, we're not buying. We've bought. We're now reminiscing over the fact that it was in stock for 5 hours, and it won't be in stock again for another 4 months. Yeah, I can't imagine they would have made many. I reckon they would have probably made 5. I don't know. Maybe 10. I don't know how much like production space it needs. You do watch Star Wars? Which ones though? That's the question. Which Star Wars? The good ones? Or the bad ones? I'm very glad. So I have ordered it. It will be arriving, I'm assuming, Monday, I think. I really need to decide what Legion to do it for. My initial plan was Imperial Fists, because they are dead sexy. Maybe Death Guard. I could just fill it up with Death Guard geezers. Or World Eaters, potentially. I mean, World Eaters is my 3D printed army, so we might not do World Eaters. Although I did say we might do World Eaters and fill it up with 40 mad axe-wielding lunatics. Alright. The glove is going back on, ladies and jelly spoons. Stabby, how was your day today? Happy Wednesday to you. What is going on? Solo, Andor, Rogue One, 4, 5, and 6. In that order. I'm trying to remember. Have I seen Solo? Can't remember. I've not watched Andor. I have heard good things about Andor, but I'm just too stubborn at this point. I have watched Rogue One, and I do like Rogue One. What I do is I've come to the point. I've got so grumpy with Star Wars. I actually enjoy 1, 2, and 3 now. I did full circle. I used to hate them. Actually, I did like the third one, but like the first two was like, ugh. I actually like, so 1, 2, 3, Rogue One, and then I almost said Rogue Trader. They need to make a film of that. 1, 2, 3, Rogue One, 4, 5, 6. I think I have seen Solo and only seen it once. I mean, a box full of World Eaters pouring out would be cool. It is. It would be cool. I don't know. I just don't know. We have some time. It's not... I don't need to worry about it quite yet, like the contents. We will get there. Alright, ladies and jelly spoons. Woo. Rogue One is the best we got from Disney Star Wars. I do agree personally with you on that one. I know a lot of people like Andor, but unfortunately, I got too grumpy by the time that was out. Or did I? I don't know. I just completely missed it. I never had Disney Plus or whatever they call it. So I missed out on all these Disney specials. Do some sculpting and bless the bastard Mastodon with Nurgle's gifts. I don't know. That might be too much. It might be a little bit too much. I don't know if I can... Then again, do you reckon the Death Guard would actually put them into a Mastodon? Do you reckon they just go like, yo, you're going to walk. You're going to walk across the battlefield into the oncoming fire. That's what's happening. Just watch the prequels. Just can't watch the prequels, excuse me, and Rey really pisses you off. Why does Rey piss you off, out of interest? Rogue, the rest is trash. I think we didn't realize how good we had it when those on at first. I do definitely agree. Like, I remember when they came out. I was living in the States when I think 2 of them came out, and I remember buying all of the art books, like the art of. They were like all the sort of illustrations of the spacecraft and stuff like that. It was no filler. Was it filler? No fluff, all filler, or whatever. I don't know, whatever the phrase is. It was good stuff, not crap. And I really do love those illustrated books that I've got. Because I ended up getting ones for Lord of the Rings as well. The trilogy of Lord of the Rings. You think K2... Listen. I was saying yesterday that we do actually have K2 Dubry Firkins to paint at some point. I don't know when, but we do have him. And I did actually really like this. I did like him. Seven, 8, and 9 are so shit they make that. Well, on Stabby, this was my thought. Here's the thing. I went to the cinema, obviously, like when 7 came out, I was absolutely hyped to the bollocks that a new Star Wars film was coming out. I went and saw it and was very... just when it came out. Very unimpressed. And then 8 came out, and I thought, okay, I'm going to give it one more go. I'm going to go to the cinema, and I'm going to bloody well enjoy it. Oh, if I could go back in time and have a chat with naive me. I don't even think I've seen the 9th one. What's the 9th one called? The last Star Wars film? By the way, I used to work for Disney. They can fuck off. So I'm allowed to definitely hate them. I mean, Disney's Lion King, so it was adjacent, Disney adjacent, I guess. So I'm allowed to feel hatred. I'm sorry, but Andor is so... Is it? Because I heard people, just everyone who I've heard talk about it, they've all been creaming themselves over it. And you're saying it's overrated. Ladies and jelly spoons. The contender has entered the ring. What you got? Why is it bad? I haven't seen it, so I got no opinion. I'm very happy to probably say it's crap as well, but I've not seen it. So where's... Oh, God. I need to order some airbrush cleaning equipment. Gabba, dude. Dude. My voice is going weird. I ordered it. I ordered it, baby. Let's go. Look. Whee! And then I look, Gabba. Are you there, dude? And also Vader's corridor fight. You bought your your Bestia K2 SO model when you saw it. I reckon, like, I would happily 3D print a larger one. Like, I would be tempted to paint one up as a larger, well, not a prop, not a full scale one. Well, that'd be pretty sweet. But Gabba, look, 5 hours later, out of stock, baby. Out of stock. And the price had gone up, as we fully expected. This is the ugly side chick logic. Wait, what? The prequels aren't good. I do like the third one, but I've come to enjoy the first and second one a lot more. They basically are making one for me. Warhammer have come to realize that I am the greatest. And they're actually going to hook me up. I mean, they are making me pay for it. But, you know. Can't have everything. But the modern movies are so bad they make the That is true. Yes. I realised when it came out, I don't like nostalgia farming. Which is why... Like the recent Alien film, as we discussed briefly, like with all the remember berries and all that bollocks. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Just cleaning the airbrush now. In fact, you can get the full face. Hello, what's up? You kind of like the pod racing thing. Yes. The battle in episode 9 just looks like all the kids on the street got their toys together and had a mass battle. So hold on, what was number 9 called? Because I can't remember. And Leia coming back. Oh god, I thought that was utter. Was that in 8 or 9? If that was in 9, then I've seen 9 and can't remember anything else. I do remember that, you know, Leia flying bollocks. I thought that was utter bullshit. I think if that was like near the end of 8, wasn't it? And I think that's what basically put the nail in the coffin for me. I was like, I'm not gonna. I can't bring myself to get hyped, to even attempt to get hyped for number 9. You were incredibly whelmed. I almost said whelmed. I was like, can I bring myself to say whelmed? Controversial. Hold on. Andor is like being given a very savoury dish after you've been eating jelly babies for a week. Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't even know what to say to that. I love jelly babies. I do like savoury. I mean, Star Wars is space, sort of space wizards, right? And it is a nice breakaway. So Andor's a bit too serious. Is that the whole issue with it? Solo wasn't as bad as people made out, but it was shit. I did watch it. It was shit. I checked on all the nerd places and they all agreed with me. Because I always have the correct opinion. Controversial opinion, Solo, the Han Solo Discovery film, was way better than Rogue One. What? Wait, what? The English Gentleman. Please do expand on that. I've only seen Solo once. Literally the name of the Solo Times. And I fucking hated it. It was an absolute struggle. For me. I can't imagine watching it again. Unless people paid me. I'll watch it for money. There we go. I'll watch it for money. Never say never. Whoopsh. The villain. I can't even remember the villain in it. Hold on. We're Googling. Well, excuse me. Do apologise. While the paint dries, we're going to Google. We're going to Google Solo. Star Wars Solo villain. I can't even remember what he was. The primary villain in Solo is Dryden Voss, a ruthless crime lord and public face of the Crimson Dawn Syndicate, who initially recruits Beckett's crew, including Han Solo, for a heist. I'd completely forgotten about him. Forgettable. The modern writing just makes me angry. Yeah, well, it's of the current era. I've been noticing that with bloody adverts and things as well. It's just driving me around the bend. I don't watch much TV, but when I do, and there are bloody adverts, and it's just like, everything's a fucking joke as well. It's like, it doesn't need to be a joke. You're advertising mobile phones. And they're constantly joking around. It's like, fuck off. Realised it made me very grumpy. I know, Gabba, I know the old prices. I try not to think about it. Just close my eyes and just pretend that the good old days are now and the good old days didn't really exist. I don't know what chapter. I have been pondering this. Like, originally, when I did the goal 3 years ago, I think it was. I initially started it. The initial plan was Imperial Fists because I like painting yellow. Then I thought maybe Death Guard. Maybe. But I don't. And then we have considered the World Eaters as well, but my World Eater army is currently fully 3D printed. So if I find a 3D printed version of the Mastodon, maybe I will wiggle my eyebrows and paint a printed one, and maybe just keep the Imperial Fist one. Otherwise, we're not going to do Iron Warriors. We might do, I suppose we do technically could do Sons of Horus as well, potentially. I'm going to really binge Andor Season 1 or 2 on the sofa with beer and things. When you get the time off, it will happen. Well, enjoy it. Enjoy it. I will... I don't know. I don't even know where to watch it without watching crappy Disney Plus. F is Ultras? How dare you? World Eaters, hopefully. I don't know. I am conflicted. I do like the idea of a bunch of angry people with... bunch of angry dudes with big choppers running out of the Mastodon. I like that idea, but I also like the idea of a great big Imperial Fist tank of doom. So I'm conflicted. Solo forgettable, let's face it, so sad. I feel the problem with Andor is similar to my problem with The Mandalorian. I didn't even watch The Mandalorian. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. I think I watched 2? I tried to watch more. It was... Oh, hold on. I'm getting confused. Wait, hold on. Not The Mandalorian. I didn't watch The Mandalorian. It had that fucking... Excuse my language, YouTube. And Twitch, obviously. That green thing in it. And everyone were just creaming themselves over, and I thought, I can't be bothered. Can't be bothered with it. I was thinking of the Boba Fett series, which I tried to watch. Terrible. What's the other one with Dubry Firkins in her? What's her name? Which was also terrible. That terrible series. Do I know who contributed most to it? I don't know if there's a way if I can look at like historical payments. I'm sure there is a way of having a butcher's. I suppose if people don't know what Throne is, there it is. There are a few things on there still. Is there a way for me to... I'm sure there is a way if I can figure out... events? I'm getting a headache just... activity? I don't know. Oh, hold on. Yeah, here we go. Oh, they don't actually, you know what? They don't make it easy to figure out. They don't make it easy to figure out what these secret gifts are. And as a result, they make it's not easy to figure out like how much people have donated and like the price breakdown, etc. Which is a shame. Let me just double check. Yeah, they don't make it easy to figure out how much is being divvied up from people. I do know vaguely. Boba Fett was not good. Yeah, it was Gash. The Acolyte could have been so good. Was that the one? Was the Acolyte when... They had that little kid. They were chasing after a little, like, the bounty hunters or whatever, chasing after, like, young... Was it young Leia? No, that doesn't sound right. Maybe it was. I don't know. It was ridiculous. Whatever that was shit as well. Could not get past episode 1. I tried. I think I watched 2 episodes, and that was it. The thing with Solo is it was just silliness. The story was kind of all over the place, but it had fun moments throughout, like the Kessel Run. In comparison, Rogue One tried way too hard to be a space opera, and it was just horribly mediocre with a boring story. Best bit about it was the explosion on the monorail. That was inspired by a slow-mo guy's video. And was it? I don't know. Like I'm trying to remember. I did see Solo. It was. I don't know. I just didn't enjoy watching it. It was. I couldn't enjoy it. You force yourself to watch it all. That's a good sales pitch right there. So good you have to force yourself. The villain is so cool. Great casting, terrible writing. Bad writing. Yeah, that's Disney for you. It had the guy from Squid Games. Oh, was it the Squid Games guy? Yeah. Oh god, I did see someone. They did a review on it, and they were taking the piss out of the was it the subtitles for the scene when he was like taking a, you know, bathing in the lake or whatever the hell he was bathing in. I'm not going to sit and defend Solo and say it was the greatest film ever. Hey, I'm not judging people for liking stuff. It's just we all like different things. I just didn't like it. I did prefer Rogue Trader. Yeah, I preferred Rogue Trader. But I don't understand why Rogue One got so much love when it was just as mediocre. Maybe it was just slightly more mediocre or slightly less mediocre than all the other Star Wars crap at the time. I don't know. Mandalorian was entertaining. I don't know. The Baby Yoda stuff I found very boring. And I just couldn't get in. Didn't even bother watching it as a result. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. The first season, right, when it was a Western in space. Didn't Solo have droid rights? I can't remember. We stayed on for season 2 and 3. I've seen worse. Didn't really touch on the main story till season 3, but hey ho. I don't know. Anyway, folks, by the way, I did print out another window this morning. So I will be able to double check on the tavern. I'm glad those pins seem to actually have done a good job. I'm not going to be swinging the roof around by its, you know, by the edges or anything, but it does seem a bit somewhat sturdy, and this will help once it's attached. But we have that, which is a good thing. I do need to order some more stuff though. And by stuff I mean PLA. Right. One more tickle of this stuff, and then we're on to the brushwork, I think. On to my favourite bit, which is just the brushwork. We might add... We might do a... Oh, God. I don't know. We might... Those are two different blues entirely. We might mix a little bit of this into that and then just start brushing stuff in. Oh, dear, oh dear. Anyway, folks, what are you all up to this evening? I know it is 6:37. Right here. What are you all eating tonight? Who am I to talk, though? I blooming loved Alien Earth. Is that the recent Alien film? I get so confused. I'm actually lost. I'm lost when it comes to these films these days. I've just given up. I just watch The Thing and Ghostbusters and like all the proper films from the good old days. That I'm actually lost when it comes to new films. I'm just like, I just can't be bothered. Oh, it's a TV show? Okay. Gotcha. You enjoying it, though? Tell me what's good about it. As someone who knows nothing about it, I'm being 100% genuine. I'm not even pretending like I don't know what's going on. Tell me some good stuff about it. Sell it to me. Because it's either that or play Battlefield 6. And I know what I want to do. Battlefield 6. Ooh. Ooh. Suits you, sir. Oh! Alright, where's the water gone? A smidgen of thinner. Oh god, that was too much. Oops. It's fine. Maybe. I'll just add a bit more paint. We'll thicken it up a little bit. Yes, that's the spirit. Just completely lost track of what I was doing and watching. You fell asleep. I do understand that. I'm just zoning out. It's like, what happened to that hour? I got into work at 5 a.m. because the alarm on the building had gone off. They called me before the police. You got loads done. Tired but happy. We're going to have a good night's sleep, hopefully, Muzz. The world design and set design. See, that alone will tempt me in. Because I am, like, I like set design and, like, world design. And stuff like that. A lot. So if that's good, then I will be slightly more tempted to watch something, even if it's crap. Even if the storytelling's crap, I can go, oh, I like that. Hello, I'm gonna remember that and think about that in the future. Maybe Bobby G is punishing you for being nasty. Yeah, probably. I wouldn't be surprised. He is known for it. Storycast writing less so. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I mean, this is ridiculous. Like, I'm not keen on new Star Wars films. I've made that very clear over the years. I like shit films. Like, I like I like bad horror films, but I think those are made with a very low budget. And either the people, like, they know it's bad and like, God, and having a good time making it, or, you know, they've only got like $1 million or $10,000 or $100,000 or whatever tiny amount of, not that that's a tiny amount, but in the film world, you know, I'm very happy watching low budget films. But like for example, like the new, like a lot of the films, they seem to yeet so much money at it and thinking that's going to make it good. Gonna wait a little second. Oh, we got the other bits to do. Hold on. Alien Earth is great. The last scene. Well, no spoilers, just in case. Oh, bugger. I'm going to blame you for that, though. I won't take responsibility. My finger just went absolutely mental. And just went... Bonnie and Clyde. Wait, what? I give you a link to... Oh, okay, Chad. Appreciate it. You love well design. The only reason I watch games on Twitch is to see the design inside of the game environment. Some of it is stunning, so many ideas. Well, this is the thing. I mean, there are a lot of games which I think are utter crap. And even then, I can't bring myself to watch the people stream them. There are just some games I just not into watching at all. I watched that the other week, like a month or two ago. Ben Foster and someone else. I like that. Moon, and I watched Moon less than a month ago, when it was on Amazon, like 2 or 3 weeks ago. You stole your window seat? Son of a bee sting. You should have said that's my seat. I don't care who you are. I paid for that seat. Give me £200, then we can talk. Otherwise, get out. You did it with Kronos recently in Silent Hill. Why is it? What's with the F at the? Is it because it's crap? Is the F there because it's crap? Am I even on the right scene, by the way? I am. She was chill. Yeah, but she stole your seat. So we now know her as a thief. It's fine. It's all groovy. Going to some film festival. Kronos was good. I think I missed out on that one. I remember people playing it, but I didn't really bother with it. So a bit of a useless bodyguard then, if he wasn't sitting right next to the client. Surely. I was sat. I was sad. There wasn't much. Sorry, I wasn't. I was sad. There wasn't more gameplay time considering the name and no body damage like Dead Space. Oh yeah, Ultramarines, yes, Lucian, because I'm a connoisseur and only paint the finest legions. How you doing, dude? Lucian. Wiggly eyebrows all over the place. The Mastodon has been ordered. The Mastodon has been ordered. And then 5 hours later, it was out of stock again. It's out of stock 5 hours later. I think it was before Romulus was released. They were trying to make a Dead Space movie, weren't they? Or did I misunderstand something? I could have sworn they were trying to make one. Yeah, so I managed to get this, thankfully. It was in stock this morning and then out of stock by the time I went live. Oh, they made anime? Oh, there you go. That's the problem. That's the problem. They made anime bollocks. There's a couple of Dead Space animations. Quite good. It's using words there which are quite absolutely mediocre. Quite and good. Both mediocre words. You gotta say it's bleeping amazing. That would sell it. But it's an animation. I'm not really into watching those. I don't want to call it a cartoon, but well, anime is a cartoon. That's all it is. No, cartoon is covered. It's a blanket umbrella term. And anime sits beneath it. You shut your filthy heretical about anime. Why? It's all right if you like cartoons. It's okay. I'm not going to judge you. Jesus. You're right there, Chad. Oh, dear. She looks way older. I don't even know who she is. How old is she supposed to be in the film? Have you seen the Gundam on Netflix? I don't have Netflix. I never bought into Netflix, even though the phone company keeps trying to get me to, here's 3 months free Netflix. Like, no, I don't want any months of Netflix. Bugger off. So I know nothing about the Gundams, etc. There's also a Gundam on Amazon that's pretty good. Is it called Gundam or is it called something else? Not that I'm probably going to watch it, but, you know, if I have a spare sacrificial hour. Well, I did tracked delivery. I thought, you know what, I'll pay the £6 for postage for tracked delivery. Weirdly, it was either via Royal Mail, first class, for free, or pay £6 for 3-day delivery, or pay £6 for tracked delivery and 4 days of delivery time. So that's what we're doing. Quiblex or something weird. Yeah, I don't know. When I scroll down to Amazon, I scroll down to all the weird things, like all the weird horrors. That's what I liked. I like to watch dodgy horrors. Which have like a dubious amount of money spent on them. And have weird titles. That's what I like. I like to watch a lot of those. And obviously all like the good films from when films were good. I.e. like 80s, 90s, early 2000s. Hold on. Where does it say cartoons? Anime TV. Yeah, a whole load of bollocks. I don't know what any of... No. Yeah. Cheers, Chad. See, I would have not thought that was the title. Okay. I will. How long are they? Half an hour, 25 minutes. I don't know. I will remember it. So I'm hoping Monday, Lucian. I doubt they'll do Saturday delivery. I'm hoping it's Monday. Dubious horrors. Come back, Pinhead. If only. If only. What have we got in there? How much paint not running out? Oh, bollocks. Okay. It's more young adult than political drama. Young adult. We watched that? I know. I see that title and think. Surely, I'm too old and grumpy to watch such things. It's not for you, Badger. You won't like it. Oh, okay, good. Okay, I won't watch it. Don't worry. I won't watch it. It's going to be groovy. I don't know what I'm going to watch tonight, though. I don't know what I'm going to watch. Some juicy thing. Some dodgy horror that I've not seen yet. Or, like... something I have seen loads of times. I watched The Grudge the other night. House of Guinness. I didn't even watch the other thing. My brother did. My middle brother, at least. He watched... What was it called? I've forgotten the name of the series. Anyway, he watched it. And I watched an episode with him. And that was as far as that's as much as I've done. Try the Alien Earthling. I will risk it. Although, if it's crap, I'm going to blame you. I'm going to blame you for me not liking it, okay? I'm not going to take responsibility. No doubt, I'm sure you'll be able to live with me blaming you, but... Muzz, I completely misread what you wrote there. I thought you were just yelling, I like big filthy robots. I was like, whoa. Okay. That's alright. You can like big filthy robots. And you are old, yes. Mech Warrior was an ace game, as was Space Hulk. Ah, proper games. Are you aware of a proper game called More Time by any chance? It's been at least one day since I've last asked people, or mentioned More Time for that matter. I think it's only time. I have no idea. I can't remember what episode my brother watched of whatever that show was called. I can't even remember. More Time was good. Still is. Still is. Is like is like in the past. Where it's still great. It's still groovy. What's everyone up to tonight, by the way? Tell me the things. Tell me what you're up to, please, and thank you very much. If you dare. Okay, so the back. There's a great big cloak going over like there. So we're not too concerned about... I mean, obviously we want to paint it as best as we can, but we're not going to be having a nightmare if it doesn't look great. We are going to put a lot of shade in. We don't want to go too bright, so we will be glazing a lot of shade in and stuff. Over time, it's just getting there getting up to a nice level of brightness to begin with, and then glazing it all down. Glazing. so... Alright, we got some blue where I wanted it. Go away. Goody gumdrops. Alright, we can clean the airbrush out and move to the brush finally. Happy days! Happy days! Au revoir. Okay. Thinner. Cleaner. Alrighty. So what time is it? Oh, 7 o'clock. So I got one of the prints done. I need to order some matte PLA. After stream, I need to see if that window will get glued on. Because I know it was a weird fit last time, and I'm sure I printed out the correct window for it. Maybe I should have wiggled it in before I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what happened. It's slightly wonky. But we will make something work. And if needed, we'll green stuff any bits and pieces as required. But I'm glad those pins seem to have done a good job. I was wondering that maybe I needed to have drilled out, like, made the holes, you know, drilled them out with a 2mm bit. That might have been better. But it's not, hopefully it's not going to get much, we're not going to be doing too much moving of it. It's once we've, well, I don't know. The problem is at the rate, we're going to have the entire, like, part of the town printed out. Then we've got to worry about the cathedral. So it'll be 4 foot square by 4 foot square. And then the next one's coming out, so it'll be 6 foot by 4 foot. Then we need to locate 6 foot by 4 foot storage space. Where are we? Way past your... I know. I'm getting old. Ah! What are you up to tonight, dude? What the devil are you up to tonight? I got my orcs matte varnished. So sooner or later I can get little tufty bits on them. And then I can just take photos of them. I'm just going to quickly do this. Then I can take photos of them. And then I can finally slap those bad boys onto Instagram. They worked. Well, we got... Yeah, the little pins worked. It seems to be quite sturdy. And then, like, this goes across one bit of the join. which will be hosed down with glue. So this will add a little bit more sturdiness to it. I think, like, if I was doing D&D and constantly needing to take the top off, etc., then I would probably want to reinforce the inside a little bit more somehow. Probably with like just a steel strut or something, steel rod or something epoxied in along as much of the roof as possible, like the ridge line. But it's not going to be used a huge amount beyond painting and taking photos. So I don't know. The Smurfs, oh, they always go fantastically. Honoured first, you know that. You know that very well. They are the very model of what a proper army should look like, a proper legion, and indeed a proper chapter. But we all knew that anyway. Yeah. I'm also looking forward to him releasing this new Kickstarter. Well, I'm not. But also at the same time, I am looking forward to seeing this new Kickstarter. Like, because I was under the impression I know we've already babbled about it, or I have at least. I was under the impression it was going to be a castle. Now, I suppose a castle could be a den of iniquity as well. It could be. It could be just a massive, sexy castle. But I just don't know. I need to go and have a look at the kick. I need him to go live with the Kickstarter soon. Right, like, this is ridiculous. It's the 8th of October. He said he was starting it in October. Come on now. I've got no patience. This is ridiculous. I read a great line. Is Bobby G the greatest Primarch? It's a redundant question. Of course he is. I can't believe people are wasting their time even bothering to ask that question. Naive people, I suppose. I suppose just naive people who just don't know any better. You know? And then ignorant people like that just, yeah, they come back with their hilarious comments. Hilarious. Oh, I read the rest of the line. No. I read it. Don't you worry, Sonny Jim. I read it. I know what these people are like. They're all the bloody same with their hilarious comments. It is true. Yeah, people are the same with their hilarious comments. Very true. I completely agree. Oh, I did want to show off something on Kickstarter which I saw, which we have to see. Hold on. Wait. Comments, updates. The brewery needs to hurry up from Tabletop World, but hold on. Wait. Den of Iniquity. Okay, so first of all, I think it was this one right here. I'm afraid I can't. Schatten über Grimstadt 2. It does look pretty sexy, though. It does look pretty sexy. You got a warrior priest, a battle, Vestal? Vestal? I don't know, whatever one of those is. Oh, like Vestal Virgin. Okay, yeah, Vestal. A Dreg. Siggy. What? This font is a nightmare. Siggy Das Messer. Enjoy my pronunciation. I'm so sorry. butchering your language. Brigand Enforcer. Hey, I can say that one almost fluently. Necromancer. A Beast Shaman. A Pirate Zombie. And Rut the... Skullbreaker? That's a bit of a leap, but okay. I did see this. There are pirate zombies, stretch goals all over the place. It's a bit sort of more time. I think this is Hexengard 2 scenery, which I have the ability to sell as well, which is very nice. Or it could be custom made, in which case I don't, but oh well. There's a mostly naked geezer and a zombie. But the Kickstarter is right here. Somewhere. Digital miniatures, about 35 quid for a 3D printed ones. So, Hellwick. The Den of Iniquity. Not bloody started yet. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. He needs to chop. And there's the brewery. The what is this one? The brewery. I can't pronounce it. From Tabletop World, which is also incredibly sexy. I'm hoping this is a blank pub name, which we can come up with something suitably smutty. Like Richard's Halfway In, etc. Buttbreaker. Oh, was it Buttbreaker? Was it Buttbreaker? This font is really hard to read. Rut the Buttbreaker. I listen. Even if it was not Buttbreaker, it's Buttbreaker now. The Queen's Lips. That as well, yes. The Queen's. I mean, Richard's Halfway In is, obviously a classic. What other smutty pub names are there? Google some smutty pub names. The Badger's Bollocks. Absolutely ginormous. I mean, I don't know. I feel a bit weird about that one. I feel a bit weird about that one. I mean, obviously it is an option. A very classy option as well, nonetheless. And we always go for the classiest things where possible. Except this music's for 1989. Oh, what? The Polished Knob. Yes. Alright, airbrush is good enough, clean enough. Good enough for Disney. Gamba, what are you up to tonight, dude? Dude! Get rid of the airbrush now. Au revoir. Ugh. That was gross. The famous cock, the polished knob. Glorious, all badger related, yeah. Yeah, and we have a look. Let's see what other people have come up with. Oh, God. I typed in, someone's gone brothel tavern names. The first one, the Krusty Badger. Absolutely not. God, what have we got? We've got Roger's Rabbit, the Musky Spittoon, the Moist Curd, the Decent Inn, The hairy claptrap. I'm not saying that one. The gory hole. So the Den of Iniquity. We got some potential names for whatever this one's going to be. What else we got? The Hoe in the Wall. The Wankin Bank. The Morning Wood. That's quite a good one. That's quite a good one, actually. The Fat Badger. The Force It In, that's another one. I've heard of that one before. I like that one. 100% Crusty Badger. What else we got? The Half Mast. 6 to Midnight. The Twig and Berries. The Halfling Bar. The Sword and Chalice. The Salty Chub. There's a bar on a river. The Crooked Wand. One-Eyed Willies. The Clam Hammer. And the Mutton Dagger. Oh, wow. What else we got? The Badger and Bitches. I mean... What else we got? Oh, here we... What's this one? The Come Right In. Known for their famous cider. So then you can advertise Come Right In cider. Very... interesting cider to drink. The Crusty Badger. Yeah, it could be. I mean, listen, the plan I want to do is I've got this tavern right here. It's currently called the Black Swan. Now, this is the one which is whole. I do have a printed, I think, or at least I will print one of these things with a blank one, so we can make. So maybe for the one which is whole as it should be, we'll leave as a Black Swan, but we'll have a decrepit version of it, like a blown up version of it, with a dodgy name, and then the the Tabletop World one. That can have a smutty name as well, so we can have two with a smutty name. And then I might do some real absolute debauched bar by the river with also a smutty name. And then we got the Den of Iniquity, so I don't even know what that's going to bring when it comes to this Kickstarter. This is, I mean, hopefully lots of debauched names to satisfy my smutty mind, apparently. Pork Insider. The famous cock would make a good sign. You could paint the cock golden. Yes. Oh dear, oh dear. I did turn that printer off. Okay. Anyway. So, we are getting there with this chap. Obviously. We got some stuff going on. Obviously, I'm going to glaze in some shadows and stuff like that. Improve some contrast and here and there. But we have started tickling our way towards getting this guy done. The Fat Badger, accurate. Stick a label on it. We'll have to do some once we come up with a suitable name. We'll come up with a smutty badger version, which we can do, or a glorious version, which we can make stickers of. Yes, once we do that, we can come up with some stickers and some merch. If we do that, then we have to go full on pub merch. Full on pub merch. So beer coasters, t-shirts, obviously, mugs. Just paint a picture of the sign, pick of a wood nut. True, that's an option as well. Golden pheasant base pick. We have some time. We have some time to sort of. I have some time to ponder such things. I don't quite understand. I don't know what this weird. Is it like padding? I assume it's some sort of like cushioning or something. Icarus, what would you like the this weird cushioning bit? Color would you like that to be? Because I took the head is not attached because I want to be able to paint the cushioned bit. On the miniature. You can't really tell on the picture what color it's supposed to be. Or in fact, what it's supposed to be. Some bobbly bits in it. That's about it. I can't really make out what it's supposed to be. You like the blue? I'm happy to leave it blue if you want like the bobbly bits inside to be blue. I'm happy to paint it how you wish, obviously. Weird. Oh god, chat's disappeared. Where are you now? It's black on the. Yeah, I know it does. It does appear to be black, doesn't it? I'm just not sure if. I mean, I can paint it black if you wish. Sort of greyish highlights and things. I mean, bearing in mind, his head is going to be right in front of it. So there's not much of it which is going to be seen. I mean, you'll be able to see it, but it's not going to be. You're not going to be able to see too much detail. Leave it up to me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I will ponder that some more then. I wasn't going to paint that anyway right now, but we will definitely ponder that. So I think we're going to do a Friday stream, by the way. Not that the stream is finishing yet, but we will do a... I think we'll do a Friday morning stream for a little bit, because Monday was a disaster. Monday was a complete and utter disaster, stream-wise, because of the internet failing. So that's what we will do. Ba-da-bum-ba-bum. Right. So as I said, we will get up to a smidgen of ultramarine blue. We just got to do put down some more Macraggy first, and then add in a smidgen of Ultramarine blue before doing some glazing it a bit brighter. Before we even do that, before we get to the final highlights and stuff like that, we want to glaze in shadows, etc. Refine some of the shapes a little bit. Is it me or have the Ultramarines gotten... Well, Icarus wants this darker than a normal Ultramarine. No stripes needed. That is true. No stripes. Honestly, I enjoyed painting the stripes by the time that had finished. You know, I'm glad you did ask for stripes, because I was thinking to begin with, do I attempt to do cursed decals or decals? Or do I make myself paint them on? And obviously, I ended up going painting them on in the end, which I'm glad I did. Because I might have avoided doing it for a bit longer. I'm adding some bushes and such to the bases of... Yes. Yeah, okay. So back in the day when the unit paints changed, Ultramarines were painted in all... I love that blue. Where's it gone? I love this blue. I think it's a lovely colour. It's what I use on my World Eater shoulder pads, in fact. After a few years, it changed to Macragge, which is a lot darker. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Your next tournament will be Templar symbol. Oh God. Well, we might use transfers for those. Folks, what are you all eating tonight? Tell me what delicious treats you have on the agenda. Grilled steaks. Nice. Prawn crackers. God, it's been a hot minute since I've had a prawn cracker, actually. They are rather bloody delicious. Suppose at some point we need to cut in all this Under Armour stuff, the suit thing. So we will do that at some point. Probably, well, I'm not streaming tomorrow, but probably, well, tomorrow I'll have to do it. Blah, 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 blah. Altdorfgard isn't even the heavy metal recipe for Ultras, it's just Macraggy base. 50-50 highlight with Calgar than straight Calgar. Do I not? We do have Calgar Blue. Forgot that existed. That's the one we're going to do a final, very small glaze of. We don't want to go too bananas with it. Nothing finer in life than painting an Ultramarine, that's for sure. Gabber, are you going to be getting one of those White Scar combat patrols? Or are you like, nah, I'm gravy, baby? Better double check the website, in fact, see if anything interesting had happened. Not really. Win awesome art for your walls in this Warhammer Day competition. Is this Displate? It is... no, it's not Displate. I thought it was. Oh, it is. Ultramarines emblem Textra Displate. So you know it's good. So you know it's good. That's pretty sweet, actually. Maybe I wonder how much that costs. So there was that one. Then there was this Sabodan Khan, Master of the First Brotherhood, running around. All the biker boys and all the speeders. That's a pretty sweet. I don't know. I kind of do like this bike. It's called Thunder, which is always very nice. The box prices are... I have noticed, like, the amount of purchases has definitely nosedived on my side of things. which is good, to be honest. What was I looking for? I was actually gonna look at displays. Metal posters. Lord of the Rings. Okay. Limited editions. I don't know. I've been avoiding displays, but I don't know. I might get one or two in here. Maybe? Question mark? Lord of the Rings, that's what I'm talking about. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. I did like that one. Did you do those ats on purpose, Lucian? I mean, that's what I have been considering. Because I do eventually want to get rid of that camera. And then... Because at the moment, you're seeing the back of, you know... You're seeing some... Underneath a desk at the moment, and a bit of leg. You know, I like to show off a bit of leg. Because it really gets those view numbers up. But, like, I need to fix this camera, because at the moment, it's a bit too high. And if I do it level... We have great hair, fabulous hair, a blind. This table here is actually got a top-down camera on. For once I get rid of this big bit of scenery, there will be a top-down camera for when I do top-down stuff. Not down my top, but you know, the camera is pointing downwards. Just to clarify. But there is a bit of wall space there and there we can slap some posters on. If you know what I mean. You love the golden throne artwork. Color of the End and Death. The one across that long bridge. Basically, Lucian, yeah. Streamer doesn't like blind people. No. I love blind people. True. Are you a roller? Well, that's... I mean, these bad boys, they're rollers. Now. That's because they were cheap. Cheaper, I should say. I would... And this is more like utilitarian. I would probably go Venetian. If I could really... If I had oodles of money... First of all, I would have, like... a full-time person just standing there ready to open the curtains for me when I said, please open the curtains or the blinds. That's what I would do. Venetians are great until you get their stupid little... Yeah. Well, the thing is, I wanted blackout blinds because, like, I didn't want lights coming in, like, because when it comes to dealing with the cursed cameras, like, as soon as you either put it on manual or automatic, and then everything goes weird. So I just went with the blackout blinds. So Textra, baby. 59 quid, 99 quid. What's XL? There's no XL. Absolute catastrophe. There's no XL. It's 26. Where's my thingamajiggle? Where's my ruler? Somewhere. It's 100 quid though. Flippin' Nora. If there was a more time one, yo. There's a more time one. Please don't be a more time one. No, thank God for that. There's no... I was concerned I might have to actually quickly backpedal. Thankfully, there is no more time. And I can like stay I don't have to talk myself into it quite so soon. Ooh. A guy in my gaming community has an automatic blind so he knows when it's lunchtime. Oh, that's nice, actually. Automatic. That is a problem. Like, you can so easily just lose time. It's ridiculous. If you're just like into concentrating so much on something. It's an Ultramarine. Ooh. Ultra. So you know it's good. With a name like Ultra. Yeah, baby. They look great, but apparently extortion. Yeah, I'm looking at the price and they're thinking 45 quid for a mat. Textra is... This is 17 inches by a foot. So it's... that wide. By like that. And then if you go large, it's 100 quid for 18 inches by 26. I think really what we would have to do is get sponsored by Displate. And then we could become one of the, you know, get some sponsors. And be like, yo, have you heard of Displate? You can get sexy backdrops. I don't know. I have just been pondering it. I just don't know if, like, it is a lot of money. We're not really at that level of streaming where we can afford these sorts of things at the moment. I would like to be at that point. Because they do some pretty some pretty sweet artwork. I have noticed they've not grown the balls to do more time yet, so there is that. Got some amazing pointing. A pointing Ultramarine. Does life get any better? Look at that. Look at that Ultra sign. This is Displate, yeah, Don. I've just been pondering it. Like, I have been considering them. And I definitely would get them. Like, they got some really nice artwork. Like, for example... Oh, if that was an extra large... I think there's definitely room to get some of these in the future. But we need to ramp our numbers up a little bit before we can legitimately consider it. And as people have said, they are rather girthy in price for the size, you know? Are you in the automatic blinds? No. Oh. You meant the automatic blinds are extortionately priced. Yes, I'd imagine they would be, yeah. But these are also rather pricey. PowerPointing. I am always keen on some PowerPointing miniatures. If there's someone pointing, I'm always very keen on it. Pain is the sister who fights at my side. Seems like a weird saying, but okay. It is. It's pretty sweet. Alternatively, you can find some high-res images, pop to your local printers, ask them to print on some vinyl, and box your uncle. Epic imagery for a snippet. That is an option as well, yeah. I mean, I might do that for more time. If we can come up with something sexy, I might try that and see what the more time situation is. The Angels of Death. I have been... We can add a frame for even more money. Jesus Christ on a bicycle. Oy. Anyway. Why are there no extra large bad boys? That's what I always wanted to know. The pointing ultra. The return of Vampire. Extra large. 115 quid. Oh, it's 4 of them, that's why. It's 4 of them. Flippin' Nora. Yo, if they did that... Yeah, if we did a big more time extra large one, that would be pretty sweet. It is. It is. I like the idea. I mean, I'm definitely kind of... I'm interested enough to actually look at the website. Like, so evidently all these Displate sponsored YouTube videos have eventually crept into my brain. And I have actually looked at this a few times, but it is and they do have some nice artwork to choose from. I'll give them that, but it's, you know, it's just the cursed money, isn't it? You've not given in yet, then. Eranon, hello. I had a nightmare where I was being chased by a skeleton, and then it caught me. I just hugged me and kissed your forehead. Guess it was exoskeleton. Oh bloody hell! Oh bloody hell! What are we gonna do with you? Thank you, thank you. How are you, Eranon? What's cracking? I'm gonna type. Now you've typed in skeleton. I'm gonna type in skeleton. You haven't given in yet? Yeah. I mean, I probably would give in if there was... Yeah, as I said, if they dropped a more time thing, then I'd be all over it, and I would give in very quickly. But as things currently stand... Ooh, Monkey Island. I'm managing to hold off a little bit. What a game that was. Check disc. Haziness is because I had a custom piece of reinforced glass. Oh, okay. Oh no, what have you been up to? Have you been behaving yourself? Or have you been misbehaving? You've been working. Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell. I hope it's been going all right. Don, how's your Wednesday going today? So much work. You need to get some stuff so you can crack the whip. Pass the work on to some other person. Chilling. Chilling is what we like. Chilling is good. Going to start assembling a cheesecake. Oh, God. Why? 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 Why the cheesecake? It's crazy talk. Absolute bananas. What kind of cheesecake you cinnamon? You read my mind. You read my mind. Cinnamon bun swirl cheesecake. I hope you enjoy it. You know that I had issues with cheesecake though. So you were teasing me. I hope you enjoy it though. It's a tiny bit more effort, but it's also much more rewarding than just buying a display. Yeah, I know. However, we would like to... Then we can go, we're sponsored by Displate. Welcome. Welcome. How big is that? That's quite a wide picture. Is that lavender or blue bluebells? Or are they foxgloves? Are they foxgloves? Foxgloves. Very nice photo. Paint. Put some paint on your Warzone minis. Yes. Now it's working and lurking. Hell yes. So you did the most important thing first, and now you're just working. Excellent stuff. Glad to hear that, dude. Gonna make a shell crust of homemade cinnamon bun. Oh, bloody hell. I do like cinnamon buns. I'm not, like, when I moved to the States, the amount of cinnamon-flavoured sweets was... It was too much. And, like, cinnamon... I tried cinnamon gum once and thought this was the worst thing ever. I could not get on board with that cinnamon lifestyle. However, cinnamon bun things, very delicious. I will happily insert them into my face. Bake it solid. Lots of rendering on the current project, so it's a great excuse to paint while I babysit renders. What are you rendering? Like, what? Are you using, like, V-Ray, or... I don't know, that's the only one I could think of at the time. Or, like, the one baked into the modelling software. And then make a no-bake cheesecake in it. I'll trade you a cheesecake for a painted fire. I mean, you know, if I didn't despise cheesecake, I would consider it. I would consider it. Aaron, however, cheesecake, you know. I know you're teasing. I'm not about that lifestyle. What's up, Snow? How's it going, dude? Oh, baby self auto mods. What did I miss? I got my eyes on the time. Oh, Snow. This is a commission. However, you know, I only paint the highest quality chapters, which is why I'm painting an ultra. So I've almost finished my Ultramarine second company. I have to paint 9 rhinos. Well, 8 rhinos, 1 razorback. And then I have to paint 1 more dreadnought. And then I have to rebase. And then I have to paint a captain, a lieutenant, a standard bearer, and probably a wizard. So I've got 4 more actual geezers to paint for my Ultramarine second company, and then I have to rebase them all, which I'm not looking forward to. That's going to be a major pain. Oh, with Blender? Can you get, like, V-Ray plugins for Blender? I'm alright, thank you. Tricked your wife into slapping... My brain... The problem is, I read part of a sentence, and then I, like, make up the rest of it before reading the rest of it. The rest of the sentence. So you tricked your wife into slapping paint on some Tyranids yesterday? Excellent. That's a good move. Did she enjoy that? No doubt she did. No doubt she did. Painting's very relaxing. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. My mind is mostly pure. It's just overactive. It's just overactive. I think there's a V-Ray. Oh, okay. I just used the built-in renderer though. Although this project has me looking into Octane. Oh, that Octane's one I've heard of. Because when I was attempting to sort of do some modeling with Maya, I did get V-Ray, and I had a couple of computers, sort of all. They were very. In fact, that is the last one of them. Which I had like a bunch of them sort of built with the best CPU I could afford at the time to help speed up the rendering. So I had like 4 PCs, which I know is not like a cloud, it's not like a render farm, but it was best I could do. Did all right actually. Did some massive renders of like 1 image, 1 frame. Took bloody ages, Jesus. You had tons of fun. You rebuilt and Tammy'd some of the bigger boys while she was painting. I like hobbying with the missus, or with the one's better half. it's a good time. It's a good time. That was my. That's all I got. Speaking of overactive imagination, I'm going to trick her into painting a nippled Medusa. Would she not be down with painting nipples normally? I mean, they're not. I mean, most of us have them. I know not all of us have, like, the standard loadout when it comes to nipples. Gabe basically built something very similar in 2 beastly boxes, and he would have 32 buckets just blank. I can't remember how many buckets I had. Honestly, it's been so long since I've done it. I couldn't even remember. But it was like it was 4 PCs basically. I had with the saucy-ish. Well, I don't know. It wasn't at the time. It was saucy at the time for someone who didn't have much money. And it did the job pretty well, actually, I must admit. So we are going to glaze in some shadows, ladies and jelly spoons. We don't want to go. I am going to do some more highlighting. We do want to go brighter than this base color, but we don't want to go drastically high. Just so you know vaguely where we're attempting to go. We will go, not Monkey Island. We are going, not that one. This one. So the base color, I think on the shoulder, this area right here, we definitely need to go lighter. A little bit. And I think we definitely, to me it looks like we have some purple in the shadows, which we need to glaze in. Just to add some more depth. So we have a fair amount to do on this, obviously. But one thing at a time. Only brushes. Funnily enough, I do technically have an OnlyFans. I don't know if I've already told this to you. But screw it. I'm going to say it again. It's because Hello? I sell these statues, right? These are the PG. This is the PG version of this particular statue. The plan was to paint the, let's say, the unfettered version of this. Unfettered. I was just thinking of Mallrats. Was it Mallrats when he goes to the? He goes to the sort of, was it not the mind reader, the tarot card reader, and she has 3 nipples. Oh, she's very about it. Oh no, tentacles. Yes, I know. That's Mallrats. You know, I've not seen Mallrats in bloody ages. I need to watch that film. It's been a hot minute since I've seen it. But anyway, so that's why I did have an OnlyFans. I was originally, because we can't. Apparently, nipples are the worst thing in the world. And I can't deploy them here on Twitch and YouTube. So I thought, well, OnlyFans, we could paint filthy miniatures on there. Never did it. But I do have the whatever it is page, I think. Unless they've stopped it, who knows? I don't know. I made it and then instantly forgot about it. You haven't seen Mallrats in ages. Kevin Smith? I might have to, actually. I haven't even seen Clark's in equally as long. Chasing Amy. I think I watched Chasing Amy somewhat recently. In the last 2 or 3 years, at least. But Mallrats, definitely not. Not seen that in a long time. Chasing Amy was okay. I think it just appeared on the TV. And I was just like, well, I've not seen it in years. I'll watch it again. Clark's Bed, absolutely. I love that film. I'm struggling to remember the sequel to that one, though. Clerks 2. Mallrats was bloody awesome. I enjoyed that one. More of a Dogma fan? Was that with the Golgothan in it? Or am I getting my films confused? Dogma was it did have the Golgothan in it then. And Alan Rickman, yes. I've only seen that film one time though. Just the once. I think maybe twice. Maybe twice. I can't actually remember. It's not really. It's not as good as The Thing, so I don't watch it nearly as much. The Thing gets a lot of watch time. I have to lurk and mute for a while. Snow, I don't blame you. I do have my... It is 8:05, in fact. UK time. Alan Rickman with angel wings and a casual Armani suit. Very cash. That keeps getting dirty. Yeah, we like Alan. Good old Al. So yeah, I don't think we're not gonna do a Thursday stream. We will. I think we'll do a Friday morning stream, like 11ish. No. After 11. I don't know how long we're going to do it. The fuck was that? Jesus Christ. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you very much. I hashtag appreciate you for... No, I understand the temptation. I do understand the temptation to give me a heart attack. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Sorry, I was just... The problem was, I just clicked on Twitch just to see where else we could potentially go. And I didn't see... I heard the noise. I didn't see the alert. And I was like, did I click on someone's stream with the volume full on? What just happened? That's... So, yeah. So, well, let me have a quick butchers. Where are we going to go? Let's have a little scroll down here, shall we? See if there's... You know what? We're going to go and say hello to James. It's been a hot minute. It has been a hot minute, so we will go and say hello to James. If you give me a second. There is a thing for you to copy and paste. It would be wonderful if you could paste and copy such a thing. I will be back, not tomorrow, but I will be in Discord Yes, Discord. Damn it. Yes, Discord. Attempt potentially. And we're back to the Friday morning stream for a few hours while we continue working on painting one of the finest chapters ever. One of the finest legions ever. So let's go and raid Studio J7. He's a lovely, lovely chap. I'd love it if you can come through, copy, and say hi at least. And make sure that you're following if you're not following him. Let me just double check. He's doing stuff and things today. Yeah. So let's go and say hi to him. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. You've been lovely as always. Thank you very much to Chris for the raid earlier. And thank you very much for the resub and the bits. I will see you on Friday at some point. Hopefully, cross fingers. Thank you and good night.